Hello, everyone. Elite Egg here. Recently a new Skibidi toilet episode dropped. So, I gotta get that Skibidi. Analysis YFs, let's go. So we start out in a new base with all of the races allied against the Astros. This isn't important because the base gets packed by Astros a minute later. Anyways, first we see a Skibidi toilet talking with a cameraman in the Skibidi language. We don't know if bro forgot that cameraman can't understand that yet, or the cameraman already learned the Skibidi language. But I think they don't have time for that, but are in the process of trying to learn the language because a couple frames later, we see a speaker man yapping with a Skibidi toilet and writing something on a paper. I think he is writing down the Skibidi translation. If this is the case, that would be massive. Like, massive dude. Also, what plays into TS theory is that I don't know when. But Mr. Boom said something about us unlocking a ability in like season 26 or episode 79. But I don't remember what it was. If there are some Skibidi toilet, no life tryhards nerds in the comment section, please. Remind us in the comment. Moving on. We see that there are some human survivors and blah, 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 blah. You have eyes you can see, that go watch someone else if you want an analysis on basic stuff. Then we get a notification location compromised retreat. Immediately before we got that notif, we actually get a transmission error. This usually happens when the secret agent is at play. But this time I think it's something different because in a couple of seconds we get a TV man yapping that the enemy has accessed your transmission and we immediately cut off intel. I think the notification got delayed by the Astros because even if we had packed up, we ain't got time for retreating. Lil Broski, they jumped us the moment the notification arrived. Or the TV man cut off the transmission from the main base so the Astros don't catch their signals. The next thing that happens is we get to see a new character, Juggernaut's son or some diabolical name. But let's get to the creme del chavo. Why do I think this ugly ass is Juggernaut's son? Firstly, I think they sound very familiar. Second, he got the paw helmet like Juggernaut and Juggernaut Jr., but he low-key freaky. With the teeth, he actually gulps up a human. The same one that was like, "Without your help, we wouldn't be alive and well." Yeah? That didn't last very long. Back to the lobby. Lil Dog shouldn't have talked when the lion was around. Anyways, let's stop with the reels humor for now. Then Duchess asks for some snacks. Lion Juggernaut throws her the human. She said to Lil Bro that the human is raw and needs more cooking. The cameraman is mad and tries to humble Duchess with Astro Tech. But now, leave that to Pack God. He can humble her. Because now the POV cameraman just gets laughed at as the laser shots get blocked by her shield. And she starts bursting out in laughter. Give it 10 episodes, we'll see who's laughing by then. Also, can someone call Pack God on this bitch? He's so tough FF tough. Aha. Then POV flips off Lion Juggernaut, but he gets destroyed. And then we finally get to the episode. And this is some pretty cinematic stuff. Now we see Engineer Cameraman handing a POV camera to Hugo Boss, aka Rizsaw Mutant, and bro did bulk up. He probably took steroids from Buff Mutant his HB, because you can't go from skinny boy to this in one episode. Also, since we are a POV Skibidi toilet, we actually get translated the Skibidi language. This could also be what Boom meant by the unlocked ability, but does this mean we are only going to get Skibidi toilet povs from now? I don't think. So probably the speakers are already studying the Skibidi lang. Also, we are going on a rescue mission of researchers in Eastern Europe. These guys are probably the one from the start, because we see a Skibidi camera escaping the battlefield, and we see rubble that is similar to the start. But yay, I don't know. We get teleported, and we are in a different dimension because the TV man is trying to scare Buzzsaw Mutant and starts yapping about some future past. Blah, blah, blah. You can see Buzzsaw doesn't give a shit about him. But we should in the future part, we see a whole city with 2 towers getting blown up by explosions. And I don't think it's the Astros, but it's the Alliance or the humans. But the bad thing about the future part is we don't know how far in the future we are. This could be an arc after the Astros. Maybe the Skibidi virus is cured, and it's the humans trying to regain control of Earth by dropping a little bit of freedom on the Alliance. But I low-key need to just shut the fuck up. This obviously isn't the case. But we know it isn't the Astros, because there is an anion in the air, and no small troop could do such damage if this event isn't taking place in Skibidi Toilet 7917. Okay, but let's talk about the past part. We see Buzzsaw Skibidi being turned into Buzzsaw Mutant. We see that the toilet is surgically attached to the human body and that they just don't spawn that way. Also, what is Jeffrey doing? Give bro some Zaza so he can calm down. Then we get back to the real world, where Buzzsaw does some clip farming for Mr. Boom. You know, the cheeky spin with the sword to deflect the Astro shots. The laser then quick switch to the Buzzsaw, completely demolishing a poor Astro's troop head. Also, some sword. Astro tries to surrender, but nay. We ain't falling for that, bro. He probably has 10 trackers on his If we were to take him as a prisoner, Astro Mothership would be knocking on our door real soon. Also, os da opasuas beadis quasi epicron to mas one Mary's Mayas Mons ban man supplied the Buzzsaw Mutant with their blue technology ray guns. 2 small guns now, like cameraman, Hugo Boss, Ned something bigger, not 2 small pistols, he lost some aura there. Then large TV man unscrews an Astro, and Buzzsaw edges him by saying, "Nice job, friend." And this is some 10 out of 10 rage bait right here. Next, Buzzsaw gets attacked by an Astro Sword Man, and Buzzsaw gets saved by a TV man. Listen, if I was a TV man, seeing one of my homeboys getting edged by some enemy that became our friend. 10 seconds ago, I wouldn't let that slide. I would wait for him to die and then step in to kill the Astro troop. But like the TV man don't care about his race keeping a good name in the Alliance, so he let his big bro get edged by Skibidi toilets. Anyways, back to the analysis. We see him taking control of the Astro troop, and this might have been TV Titan's plan back in episode 77 to take control of some strong Astro's body, but unfortunately his plan backfired and he was the one to be infected. Then bro says, what the Sigma? Nah, we left that in 2023, lil bro. Next we go to the large TV man to get teleported, but we see a Astro spy trying to teleport with us. You are not part of the team, lil bro. So Buzzsaw puts him in his place and kills him, but he was too slow to get to the teleport, and they teleport without Buzzsaw. I don't know if large TV man did that on purpose to humble him, or he actually couldn't see that he wasn't there. Then more Astros come, and Buzzsaw does some aura farming, saying, if this is where I'm supposed to die, so be it. Then we see the Lion Juggernaut warping in and dogging Buzzsaw's shots with ease, and blah blah blah, your eyes are for this. Then we get saved by Speakerman, which is very nice to see that they actually weren't just gooning, but actually developing upgrades and stuff like that. This is where the tides turn, and we can actually see some speakers teleporting in with the Azro's warp behind Executor Semi-Titan. This is massive. Next, we see the Lion Juggernaut warping to behead the Executor Semi-Titan, which Madafaka came up with, that long-ass name, Boom, actually made this name canon, because there is a poster with the large speaker man and the file name, it says Executor. But Lion Juggernaut fails to behead the Executor because his armor in this guy is pretty strong for a non-Titan unit. He even completely countered Astro Strider's cannon shot. This is what the same cannon did to TV Man Titan. This is what it did to Executor and Mboi. A big difference. But I see some people saying, Executor can solo, upgraded, Titan, cameraman, and Ima need whatever you're smoking, because Executor tries to throw his little scythe against Titan cameraman, and Titan grabs the scythe, throws it back at him, and dead he had gone. Executor! But I think he still solos every version on Titan Speaker Man. But kinda happy my goat Titan Speaker Man is finally going to get some massive upper grades in the next episodes. Probably his reveal is going to be in episode 80. And in EP 79, we are going to get another massive speaker troop that isn't going to be a Titan to jump Astro Destructor. We also saw a speaker woman remodel. We already know the 9-year-olds are drooling over her. The last thing I want to talk about is Pablo. This guy is going to be the next Plunger Man. That was all. Also, be sure to subscribe and like if you like femboys. Elite Egg out.